To be a hero, IXVII, Beetle Ju. Hello everyone, this is McQueen77 here, and welcome back to another start of another new Let's Play. This time around, we're going to be checking out a casual arcade game by the name of Beetle Ju. Yes, Beetle Ju. It is a casual arcade game made way back in 2003 by OXXO Media, as well as Alwar, or published by Alwar Entertainment. It's another one of those many other casual arcade games where you can play it out for an hour, the trial version, before deciding to buy the full version there. It was also one of the first casual games that I got introduced to. I believe it was like right after I first played Ricochet Extreme way back then. Yeah, I think it was around that time. So I thought it would be interesting to get into this one, as this is actually a game that I've never actually gotten to beat the full game, but I do remember making it a fairly pretty far in, but never actually beating it. As well as there's not been very many playthroughs of this, so as the honors to being one of the first to play through this, pretty excited to do this. So here we go. Yes. Now this is it's classified as a action arcade game, but it's sort of like a puzzle arcade game as well. It's kind of hard to describe it, but I guess the best way to explain it all would be to play through this. Now we got different packs that we can play. There's the classic pack as well as other packs of levels that you can go through, but in this playthrough I think we're just gonna go with the classic pack. As you can see, I've already beaten a couple of these levels doing the test recordings of this. But yeah, there's a lot of levels to play through. I believe there's 40. Yeah, 40. So don't expect this to be a very long playthrough, but another nice little, short little casual playthrough of another casual arcade game. Yes, where we're this bug going around, this beetle going around, pushing blocks and killing evil monsters that have threatened to take over our dimension. Yeah, it's something crazy like that with the storyline. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. We're gonna go, start on level 1, even though we've already beaten it. So we can always play it again. So here we go. Get a little bit of storyline here. One Friday evening, Ju was at home watching his favorite TV show. Suddenly, some ugly shadow appeared as if from nowhere, and a strange sound was heard. What could that be? A bunch of monsters invaded Ju's world, and nobody knows where they came from. What problems will the future bring to Beetle Ju? What adventures will we have to accomplish? Go ahead, be heroes. Yeah, it's like a very subtle how it says that. He's go ahead, go and die and be a hero. Alright, well hopefully let's not die in our first video of this playthrough here. You can control Ju by pressing the cursor keys. You can also fire weapons and use various objects by pressing the space key. Alright, here we go, Beetle Ju. So upon starting every level, it tells you the amount of monsters that you have to kill. There's 2 purple monsters and 2 green monsters. Alright, let's go and eliminate their asses. Yes. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, Beetle Ju in all of his glory. So we got these signs: beware of falling objects, they can hurt you. So basically how this game works is you're this beetle walking around, this very handsome looking Giga Chad of a beetle here. I mean, look at him, he's ready for action. You can knock through these soft blocks here, but obviously can't go through these metal blocks. I also like how he's shooting like this little things of little electricity beams of lighting from his hands, like he's a magical creature from above. But yeah, you can also push these rocks around, but be careful not to have them fall on top of you. If they fall on top of you, they can hurt you, as that sign says. Yeah, just one of the first of the many obstacles we have to go around here in this. Not exactly where we are exactly. I think we are supposed to be underground somewhere. We're getting these tiles. But yeah, let's try and make our way down here. But like I said, be careful not to get hit by any of these rocks. And also keep in mind that these rocks can also slip and fall. We're not going to get a demonstration of that, but we will see it a lot later on. You can, so if anything goes wrong, you can always restart the level with the F8 key. Yes, because I guess this is sort of like a puzzle game after all, so it would make sense to have that. So just keep that in mind. Pressing F8 will reset everything. Yes. Alright, so we'll just carefully make our way down there. And you can see our life bar on the top left as well as our score. They're represented by that money bag there. By collecting, you collect these jewels and your score will go up. Because it wouldn't be a true casual arcade game if without a high score system, now would it? Also kind of like this music here. I don't really know never really understood what's going on, but it sounded like bugs or something singing. I don't know, it can be kind of hard to hear it. But yeah, its music is kind of funky in a way. I kind of like it actually. But anyways, let's go ahead and pick up these treasures. Yep, pick up the treasures to score extra points. And you can see how those points stack up really lovely there. It is a really nice, good stack. I think if you pick up a lot of treasure in rapid succession, then the points do stack up quite a lot. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But here we're gonna get presented with our real danger here. Because yeah, I got hit by that rock, that's alright. Alien invaders, you must destroy them all to pass to the next level. Alright, so obviously gotta watch out for these aliens. They are presented in a way that they've already pretty much have them set up so we can just push these rocks and then crush them just like that. This is the first level after all, so it only makes sense. So let's go ahead and push this other rock onto this other monster. We should be pretty safe now as long as they don't get released. Just gotta simply drop this rock on top of them and they're dead. I like how they just literally just explode. But you win the level every time you kill all the monsters. That's basically the requirements in order to win the level. So with that being done, we just got this one last green monster kill and he's dead. Yes. Yeah, look at him. He's giving a thumbs up. Winner. Alright, so that's pretty much the very basics of this game here, the basic premise anyways. We're gonna kill these monsters. Now we're going into level 2. Same thing as before, 2 purple monsters and 2 green monsters to kill. I also like these random paintings that they have of our main character, hero of Beetle Ju, just jotted around the place. Alright, be careful. When you knock through the cells, the overlying objects can fall and hurt you. Yes, so obviously we don't want to go up or else the rock above us will hurt us. Oh, there's a funny... yeah, that's right, we got funny idle animations because why not? We can sort of see he's just sort of like working out there. The absolute hero that is Beetle Ju himself, you know, just doing a quick little work, just doing a quick little stretch. Nothing big. But yeah, we're just going to let that go down now. Also keep in mind that this applies to other objects, such as gems and even healing items that can heal you. So you can see that a lot of our pictures of our hero there, you can see that one there has been graffitied on. Probably by these monsters here, I'd imagine. So yeah, it's not very nice of them. So let's be sure to drop this rock onto this green monster here. And he's down, just like that. Pretty simple once you get the hang of it. Just gotta watch out that you don't release these monsters because they will attack you if they do get close enough. Thankfully, with the way that these first few levels are designed, they have it pretty easy for you and they basically already have these monsters set up for you to kill them with the rocks. But there are, of course, other ways that we can kill these monsters. If you look on the bottom left of the screen, we have the grenade we can drop by pressing the space bar. Basically like that little spray can there. There's also another tool that we can use at our disposal to get rid of these monsters once and for all. Yes? Alright, but let's go ahead and have some food to eat. As you imagine, yep, food restores Ju's vital energy. Let's go ahead and pick up that watermelon. Now for some reason, the health maxes out at 99 and not 100. But Also, keep in mind that you probably noticed that your health is already decreasing very slowly. I don't know what it is. I guess it's like the oxygen or something that our hero here cannot sustain for very long in this level here. But we got hit again, unfortunately. But thankfully, we already got another health saved for us there. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Your health will slowly drain over time, so you can't really dilly-dally that much because of that. So yeah, just got to keep that in mind. But with that being done, we just got this one last monster to kill, and he's dead. Yeah. Very nice. Alright, so it shows us our score on the bottom corner there. Alright, now we're on to level 3. We got 4 purple monsters and 2 green monsters to kill. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Now, you can see these other things around here. Yeah, beware of explosives. There's other items. We can't reach them yet, but I guess they're sort of like give us a hint on what's to come next, since these items are out of bounds for us now. But in the later levels, we'll actually be able to interact with them, and they'll be within the level boundaries. But for now, we only get introduced to them slowly, such as this explosive beaker of this, what looks like a green explosive substance, where you push it over and, yeah, it blows up. Just like that. And it has a very nice, satisfying, glass-shattering sound effect accompanied by it too. I might add. Pretty good. Just gotta be careful that, that they can slip just like the rocks, so you gotta watch out. Let's see if we can get this health here. There we go. Yeah, nope, too late. Too late, explosives. Just gotta make sure you keep your distance when watching out for these explosives here. Now we can get rid of this rock by dropping a grenade of our own. I believe that's what these spray cans are called. They're just called grenades. So we're just gonna call them that, as we do. And watch out. Now you can see those little arrows on the very bottom of the screen. Those basically represent where the monsters are in the level. Purple ones for the purple monsters and the green ones for the green monsters. Obviously. So with that in mind, we're just gonna carefully make our way down. They should be, yep, they should be right here. They can be dropping a grenade right here. So both of those green monsters, yep, just like that. Excellent. And yeah, see what other stuff we can find to explore around here. Okay, we can see there is a another, looks like a tomato or something, some food item that we can eat to restore our health, but not like that. Oh god. It didn't damage us somehow, but unfortunately, yep, the explosion destroyed the food item that we were supposed to get. So, yep, gotta watch out for that. That's okay. We're learning as we go, as we make it through these beginning levels here. As, I think, yep, okay, there's one purple monster up here for us to kill, and we should be okay if we drop this onto here. You saw he was about to attack us there. And you gotta watch out for when these monsters attack you, because if they do quite a bit of damage to you. I believe our little beetle friend here can only sustain and take a couple of hits before dying. He doesn't really have much health. Which I guess makes sense. He is a little fragile beetle bug in this world of chaos and monsters and explosives running around. It only makes sense. Alright, so the blue monster is extremely aggressive. Try to place explosives on its way. Now, here's a thing that I don't really get. Like, this game calls these purple monsters here blue monsters, but we can see that that's not the case. Like, they're clearly purple in color and not blue, so I don't really understand why the game calls them blue. Maybe it's a mistake or something, or maybe the developers who worked on this game back then were just genuinely, like, colorblind or something, because, yeah, that's clearly purple and not blue. So we're gonna call them purple monsters because that's what they are. Yeah, so sue me if you want, but yeah, no, they're purple, not blue. Alright, so anyways, yeah, as it said, the purple monster is extremely aggressive. Try to place explosives on its way. So, yeah, you heard it there. These the monsters do have different characteristics from one another. The purple monster here being very aggressive. As you can see, we're gonna see if we can get rid of this and then place a grenade right there. And it attacked the grenade. And the same thing goes for if it placed one of these explosive beakers on its way. It will attack that. I guess it's just in their nature then, or something. So we're just gonna leave you there and kill you. But oh, he's released. Oh, don't get back. Yep, we gotta watch out for. Just make sure that if these monsters are released, you gotta keep your distance from them. All right, so we'll play through a couple more levels and then we'll end it off with this first video. You know, just demonstrating the very basics of the game here as we're making our way through. Alright, but I remember this level though. This level's pretty fun. Attention, a disguised bomb. You can push it through the soil closer to the enemies. Now you can see that there's these weird balloon-looking items here. That's what this sign is talking about. It is a bomb disguised as a balloon. It is a time bomb, so you just give it a few seconds and it will count down and explode just like that. And I like how they give it that sort of balloon popping sound effect too. That's actually pretty cool. I kind of like that. But yeah, it's another thing we're gonna have to watch out for. You can see there's a lot of treasure up here that we can get. But so we're gonna get ready to do that. Unfortunately, that's gonna destroy the treasure as well. I'm gonna see if I can at least get some of this. So you get get you. There we go. Okay, now run! They're all gonna blow up. See though that the balloon time bombs, I'm not sure what their name is exactly. I'm just going to call them the balloon time bombs from here on out. They do give you a pretty generous amount of time for you to run away from them as they count down there and explode, but obviously can also be used to your advantage when dealing with these pesky monsters that are roaming around. Yes. Alright, so there's another disguised time bomb has a balloon in our way, so we can just simply push that out of the way and let that explode. Let me get this treasure down here. Yes. Very nice. Alright, and same thing as before, we're gonna try and see if we can... Oh shit, oh god, oh no, oh! So, yeah, oh, they really had to call me a loser? Damn, they really didn't have to do me like that. Alright, so unfortunately that was our first death. We're gonna name our score LP. That makes sense. Alright, so thankfully though, this game does have an unlimited amount of lives for you to work with, so we can just get right back to the level that we were on. Yes. Alright, back to it. That just goes to show that you got to be careful in this. Just one wrong move, really, and you're donezo. Yeah, you're gonna get blown up by a bunch of stuff. All right, so yes, a disguised time bomb. Yeah, you can push it through the soil closer to the enemies. Pretty cool. I do like the disguised time bombs that are those balloon bombs there. Yeah, I think balloon bomb sounds like a more fitting, quick name for these things. They're pretty cool. I do like how they look too. It's like a blue balloon. But yeah, you do have to watch out for them there. Also notice that every time you do take damage, like get hit by an explosive or something, little red hearts seem to just come out of your body here. Now, it kind of does look like blood, and back when I played this as a kid, way back then, I actually used to think that was blood, and it wasn't until I had a more closer look at it that I didn't realize that it was just a bunch of little red hearts, even though it does kind of look like blood. Not gonna lie. But hey, I guess that's what's kind of what they were going for. Not too sure, but whatever works. But yeah, alright, so we gotta watch out here. Let's push you up there, since you're trapped anyways. And get rid of that purple monster up there. Very good. Same thing as you. Yeah, just take it one at a time, no real point in rushing things. There we go. Oh, nice little chain reaction of explosions there. And we got these green monsters. Yes, now the green monster is very smart. His weakness lies in the fact that he tends to move forward all the time. You can use it against him. Yes, that is right. Now these green monsters, yeah, they do indeed move differently, but they are not aggressive though. They are actually smart and know not to blow themselves up if they run into an explosive. Like if I were to place an explosive right in front of these green monsters, they will not attack it, unlike their purple monster counterparts. Yes. So with that being done, we'll just simply push this and trap that purple monster completely. Now, if he was a purple monster, yeah, then he would have attacked that time bomb. But no, he was a green monster, so instead, he just sort of got himself stuck there. That is their weakness. They tend to only move backward and forward, while the purple monsters can move in all sorts of directions. You got to keep that in mind. It's yep, the green and purple monsters do behave differently. So we'll go ahead and play through one more level here before we end it off. These first 5 levels. Now press space to activate the weapon. Yes, the weapon that it's referring to is the spray bombs, or simply grenades. I think they're literally are called grenades in this game. It just hasn't said them yet. Yeah, blow up the bricks to pass through this area. Now these brick blocks we can indeed blow up with explosives, unlike the metal blocks here that are completely indestructible. There's really nothing we can do about them, and they're basically, because of that, they're pretty much what determines the main level boundaries of where we can go and where we can't go. So yeah, there's that. And let's go ahead and go down here and get all these goodies. Yes. Replenish your ammo. Oh, I'm up to 18 grenades now. Hell yeah. We're ready for some action now. Ready to blow up everything. Now, it is worthwhile to keep in mind as you place a grenade, if you placed it in midair, it will fall and will explode automatically. But if you place it on the ground here, then it will not explode. Yes, and it'll even allow you to pick it back up again. Yes. That can be also used to your advantage to set up traps for the purple monsters, which then they will blow themselves up with. Which, by the way, I want to go and talk about the looks of these monsters for a little bit. Because, yeah, they do kind of look quite a bit different from one another. You can see the purple monster there, you know, kind of looks scary. You know, it's got like the bloodshot eyes and those tusks that it's got. You know, kind of scary. But the green monster here, however, just looks silly. I mean, like, look at it. It's a fucking dancing cactus. It's like literally. But nonetheless, they still do behave very differently from one another. And these two monsters being very placed very nicely, so I can just kill both of them in one explosive, just like that. But yeah, it's just something that I always thought was kind of funny, is that the green monsters look way too silly in this compared to the purple monsters. But you know, I guess this is supposed to be a kid's game after all, so there is that. As this game being rated E for everyone, you know, everybody likes that. So yeah, we eliminated those last monsters, and we did it. Another job well done. Yeah, winner! Alright, so I think that was a pretty good first demonstration of this playthrough. So with that being said, I think we're going to have to end it off for now, playing through these first 5 levels. So we're going to go, yeah. I like how they do have a save game option, although we won't really need that since we can just play on every level that we have unlocked anyways. So yeah, that's gonna have to do for this first episode. So thank you so much everyone for watching. If you like the video as well as the other ones that I upload here, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, because I upload videos almost every day. So be sure to hit that bell and get those juicy notifications. Be sure to stay tuned for next time. Get to some more Let's Play Beetle Ju. Yes, yeah, Beetle Ju. Finally, it's Nevercoin77 signing off. And as always, take care, everyone. Goodbye.